So hello. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also support my small business at latricelimited.com. So I don't know if you guys have been on the Tweetabirds, the tweet. I don't know. But Nina Turner has actually, after a long, I guess you could call it debate, Nina Turner went and she pulled it out. She pulled out that race card and she called Jimmy Dore a racist. Now, when I seen it, I was like, oh my goodness, what is going on? Where did this all stem from? What is going on? So I'm going to put up a series of tweets and we're going to go through them and whatnot. So it all started with Nina Turner actually putting up this tweet where she says, my prediction of the fallout of the FBI raiding Mar-a-Lago is that we're probably going to see a bunch of MAGA Republicans call to abolish the FBI. Okay? So that's what she said. Now, I look at it. What I was thinking was this. Okay, you got the MAGA people who are mad, and then they're like, okay, the government's against me, so let's get rid of the FBI. All right? There's a second way to look at this, all right? And this is how Jimmy Dore actually looked at it, if I understand it correctly. So, it's like after reading it, it's like, okay, instead of attacking people who are mad about what is going on in terms of the FBI raid, let's, on a second thought, let's all just agree that the FBI needs to go down, all right? Well, I don't like the FBI because of this reason. Well, I don't like it because of this. Okay, y'all both on two different sides, but we got one common enemy, which is the FBI. So let's not bash you guys. You not bash them, you not bash them. Let's all work together on one focal point. All right. So it's essentially, you have one side. Okay, the MAGA people, they're mad. Okay, the government, they're going against us. They're personally attacking us. FBI needs to go down. The opposite side is just, okay, instead of attacking people who are mad about what's happening, what has partaken, let's just all agree the FBI needs to just go down. Let's put our individual differences to the side and let's just work on a common goal. So those are the two different sides from my understanding. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys felt the same way about both sides of what I just explained. Maybe you looked at it a little differently. I would like to know. But essentially what you have are those two sides of the argument. All right. So she then, all right. So then we have some issues here. All right. So Jimmy Dore, he ended up putting on there a tweet, and I'll put his, she responded to his tweet and I'll read his first. So he said, when lefties cheer on the FBI, you know they're serious about being a Democrat. All right. And then she says it. She says, when Jimmy Dore knocks a black progressive woman for pointing out conservatives' hypocrisy when it comes to FBI, you know he's serious about being anti-black and protecting conservatives. Let me read it again. When Jimmy Dore knocks a black progressive woman for pointing out conservative hypocrisy when it comes to FBI, you know he's serious about being an anti-black and protecting conservatives. Now, I have a couple questions. Okay, so this was the biggest thing that happened in regards to the series of tweets that went out. All right. So one question I want to have, or I guess just, I'm curious. Where has he said any of this? So when has he started attacking women for being women, females for being females? Okay. When has he said that? When has he went on a racist rant about black progressives, black women, or blacks in general? Because the fact that you put black progressive women, he must have been talking about all three. Black progressive, and black women. When has he just went out on a rant talking about how he doesn't like y'all? When has it not have just been about facts and factual information in regards to politics? So I really don't understand where she got that from. why she thought that was a good thing to bring up into a conversation, and then to say that he's anti-black, which means you're a racist. That's what that means, considering the fact that he is white. That's what that means. So you're saying that he's a racist and he's protecting conservatives and their viewpoints, their talking points, as she likes to say. Why are you bringing in race into any of this? When has he been promoting conservative views? I'm just curious, because for me personally, and I'm gonna be real, I just watched a couple of his videos earlier today. I really enjoy his videos. He's very informative. I agree with pretty much everything that he says, and because he backs it up. He's not just talking out his booty hole and it's like, okay, yeah, everyone just listen to what I'm saying. And it's like, well, nah. And if he doesn't know something, he already has somebody on there that does know something, So I guess I guess maybe I missed the entire racist rant that he had, or the entire conservative ship, if you will, that he had. I guess I am missing out on all of that. I would love to know exactly what that is, like an actual video, not snippets of something. I want to see the actual video, because context is important, just in case, So I was curious about what exactly she was talking about. And I did write, people will probably bring up with that interview that he had with the Proud Boy. All right. Now, this Proud Boy in particular, his views did not 100% match the views of everyone else in his group. All right. He was saying that he's not anti-black, he's pro Black Lives Matter, he's pro gay, he's pro this, he's pro that. Okay. Which is the opposite of what everyone else is. Now, everyone was bashing him because he was seeing another point of view of somebody else that is not on his side of the coin. He was seeing a different view, and everyone, oh, but you brought a racist on there. Oh, well, he says he's not racist, but he's a Proud Boy, so he has to be. Not necessarily. There's plenty of people who are Christians and they're down with the gays, and there's plenty of people who are Christians and they're not. So you're going to say that neither one of them are Christian? Or is it one or the other? Or can you pick and choose what you decide to be a part of? It's the same comparison, so that's one thing I really did not understand. Nina goes on. Okay. She says, let me be clear. Jimmy Dore repackages anti-blackness and right-wing talking points and sells it in the way that some leftists are willing to buy. Which maybe I'm assuming you did as well, because you did have on there where it was like, oh, he says things that I'm not able to say. And I love Jimmy Dore. But now he's been a racist this whole time and you're just now figuring that out? I don't know about all that. But sure. It says that he has used right-wing talking points against me multiple times, even defended Rittenhouse. He makes millions doing it. So then you had a couple people who were like, oh, let me see what's going on. Let me put my little 2 cents up in here, okay? So you have one dude who actually says, WTF, Nina? What the fuck, Nina? Accusing Jimmy of racism is disgusting. What I think you meant to say is defund the FBI. And this goes to the second point of which I was saying that people looked at it, that initial tweet, differently. Okay, now you could just say, oh man, they mad, whatever. Or you could say, okay, they're mad at the FBI. We know the FBI sucks. A lot of people don't like the FBI. I don't like the FBI. They now don't like the FBI. Let's work together and get this thing done. All right, let's try to dismantle it. That's what he meant by that tweet when he said, let's just defund the FBI. She said, I'm not making excuses. I'm stating facts. Which, where? I mean, I'm cool. Just let me know. All right. I've just never been one of those people that's like, oh, well, don't talk to him because, and then it's like some bullshit reason. Well, because I don't like him. Well, why don't you like him? Well, we just got history. Well, what the fuck does that mean? Tell me why? Well, just, No, I don't know. Same thing. He's racist. How? Well, you know. No, I don't know. Please tell me. Well, because of things he said. Like? Give me an example. Give me an example and don't take it out of context. Give me an example. He has plenty of views. He has plenty of views and videos up. So pull one of those videos up. Show me where he did it. And I want to see the whole video. And I want to see if I am seeing what you're seeing. But she doesn't ever put any kind of information in there. And if, in my opinion anyways, if you think this guy's a racist fuck, and you don't like him because he hates black people and he's a conservative, what do you, when you said that you admire him and you like what he's saying, what was that about? Was he always a racist to you, or was he only a racist when he said something you didn't like? I'm just trying to figure that out, because me being a black female, I have not found anything. I have not seen anything of him and the multiple people that he has brought on as regulars that made me be like, yeah, man, they're all racist. They all need to go. And because don't the people you work for, aren't some of them racist too? No? Okay. I guess everyone's just peace and love and gay flags on CIA planes and shit. But anyway, so someone else says, you've sunken into a place where you will never climb out of. Shame on you for using identity politics and trying to smear him as a racist. Again, someone else said, you're worried about a comedian calling you out because he has more of an audience. And I think that is one of the bigger things as well, and can get you the attention you desire. Next time, could you maybe be a little bit more creative than suggesting racism and greed or reason to not trust Dore? That's so 2021. Okay. And that's actually a good point. That's why I wanted to put this one in here, because he said he has more of an audience. Okay. And you want to try to do a little something, get your name out there, and boom. All right. And the reason why I find that to be interesting is because in this tweet that I showed earlier, she said he is making millions doing it. So he's got a lot of money, and that he's got a lot of people who watch him because he tells the truth. And for some reason, you don't like that. You don't like that he's telling the truth, because it's not always benefiting you. Because whatever kind of secret meetings y'all got, you just don't want to come out and tell the truth. You claim that you're strong and yeah, I'm gonna do this and do. And I remember when I first heard about her, and the same thing I said about AOC. All right. I was like, okay, well, let's see. And then I remember I heard like 2 or 3 things, and I was like, oh, like AOC, for example. I was like, I don't think she's on the up and up. No. She's good. I was like, then you find out she ain't. And then with Nina Turner, I was like, okay, let's see. So with me, how I look at a lot of things, I'm not going to just give you my full faith and be like, yeah, you're going to do right by us, and you're going to make sure everything's good. And I need to see, and I need to see what's going to happen when your name gets in the media more often and different videos that you're doing. I want to see how you act. For me, actions are more important than whatever you spitting out. Okay. But she then goes on. All right. And mind you, it seems like, I'm not going to say she's the only one going on. Dore's going on as well, but she's going on. All right. So she also says conservatives were okay with the FBI when it came to the Panthers, Black Panthers, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Now they have a problem with it. If you have a problem with me pointing that out, you're doing the bidding of those conservatives, which Jimmy is. He's not. And here is where I think her confusion lies a little bit. Because she said, if you have a problem with me pointing that out, that the FBI is bad, you're doing the bidding of the conservatives. And she said that's what Jimmy is doing. But he's not necessarily saying that, in my opinion anyways. I could be wrong. All right. But it doesn't necessarily seem like that's what he is saying, though. Because it seems like what he's saying is, I don't like the FBI. They suck. You don't like the FBI. They suck. Let's work together. Hey, you're red. I'm blue. I'm purple. You're orange, whatever. Okay. You like this. I like that. Who cares about all that extra stuff? We got a common goal. Who cares? Let's work together and let's get this common goal fixed. Okay? You could have a whole bunch of people in America. You got people who hate black people. You got people who hate white people. You got people who, just hate each other. Okay? People who like dogs, people who like cats. But if I tell you right now, we need to do X so we can all live a good life, whether you make $100,000 a year to you only make $20,000 a year. We need to get together so we can try to improve X, Y, Z. All those other things don't matter. Well, I like to wear my hair curly. You like to wear yours straight. Well, I like to drive a Jeep. Well, I like to drive a Toyota. Well, it doesn't, all that stuff don't matter. Okay? You don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, let's work together. That's what it seems like, in my opinion, that he is saying. Not necessarily like, let's just shun you. Let's never look at you again. It's like, let's not do that. All right. But here is someone's tweet going towards what she was referring to as well. All right. So this person said, applying ready-made recipes in terms of what is the race card, throwing out the race card. Okay. Because there was some people who was mad, who were mad, and they were like, oh, well, what you mean throwing out the race card? That's a real thing. And, all of this. And this is in a response to that. It says applying ready-made recipes to dismiss its use is dumb. She pivoted to her being a black woman when the criticism was never related to her womanhood or her race. That's the definition of playing the race and gender card. All right. So just for people who did not know, that's actually what that is. All right. So when you're playing a race card, you're bringing it up. You already lost the battle, man. So you already lost it. And now you're like, well, you did it because I'm black. What? What are you talking about? No. What are you even talking about? It's because I'm Asian. That's why you did it. It has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. Oh, well, it's because I have a vagina. That's why you did it. What? No. Well, it's because I don't have one. That's why y'all didn't do it. What? Let's not just make things up. This had nothing to do with you being, you're supposed to be a progressive, but I don't know. I don't know how progressive you are hanging around a whole bunch of Democrats the entire time, but whatever, Democrats. But anyways, you mentioned being black, which has nothing to do with anything. We obviously could tell you're black. Okay. He knew you're black this whole time, whatever. And then you're like, oh, well, and he also has conservative views. But then you don't bring any of that up. And then you said that he attacked womanhood or whatever because you're a woman. So he must have attacked you being a woman and black as well, which I don't get. I've never seen him say, yeah, Nina Turner, the black one, she did this. Yeah, I've never seen that. I would love to see that video. I've never seen him say, yeah, Nina, the black one. Yeah, the black woman. What a joke. I've never seen that. And I don't think you ever would. Okay. Because it's just it's a ridiculous thing to even make and to coin someone, call someone a fucking racist. For what reason? Because they disagreed with whatever you said. And now you're like, oh, because I'm black. What? No, you don't do that. But Jimmy actually put up a tweet and he said, I've admired Jimmy from afar. He says things that I can't. That was actually a quote from her. She actually said that. It's in his intro of his videos that he always, when he does like his live shows on like live streams and stuff like that on YouTube. That's part of that intro that he has. Said, I called her out for cheering on FBI and she uses the cheapest, ugliest form of identity politics as a shield. Truly repulsive FYI. She's against defunding the FBI and she sits on Cleveland Police Foundation Board. Yeesh, that doesn't look too good. And then what I actually did like was the fact that he put it up there. That she is a part of it. It says the Cleveland Police Foundation is the official charity for the Cleveland Division of Police. And then you have her there. So, yeah. All right. And this is also what I'm saying. You have people who are on their certain sides, and if you don't agree, they're just going to start smearing you and throwing you under the bus is essentially what happened. I mean, you're calling someone a racist and there's no reason, that no evidence for it. And there's really no reason for you to be saying that. Plus you're pro police. I mean, what? But then you say that you're not. So for me, I don't really get it. I don't get what her end game is. I don't get why stoop that low to say something like that versus just trying to have a conversation with someone and, you know, try to figure out what's going on. But this is one of those things where it's like you could have someone who seems to be anyways on the up and up, and they're just such a great person, yada yada yada, whatever the case may be. But then you start to see people's true colors eventually start seeing people's true colors and what they are really about. And in all reality, a lot of it is shocking. A lot of it is frightening, because once you get to wherever you are trying to get to, now it's like, yeah, F all y'all, forget y'all. But these are the same people that helped you get up there. And then now it's like, oh, it's because I'm a woman. It's just like with AOC. Someone disagreed with them, and she had an FBI dude come up to their crib. You know, it's like, for what? Why? You know, but that's my take on this whole thing that's going on. I feel like she was 100% out of line. And it's one thing if you're just like, this is my opinion, this is what I'm sticking to, whatever. You know, what people forget though is this. You're in politics. He is, but he's a comedian, you know, who runs, as he says, a show in his garage. All right. So you're held to a higher standard than he is. You're the one who can actually get things done. You're the one who's running for different offices and all of that. You know, so I don't really understand how or why you think it's okay to do what you're doing, and then now you get on the fence, you get defensive, and you're like, man, racism. Yep, I'm gonna throw the card. Where's that card at? Here you go. You know, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of that. I don't think that that's cool for you to be doing at all. That's not cool, bro. I just don't think that that's a cool thing to be doing. It's unnecessary for you to be doing. If you lost, you lost. Okay. To call someone a racist because of that, what are you doing? But those are my thoughts and opinions. And until then.